What's going on, Maggie? What did you get? What's this?
Oh, I got a nice coffee with real cow's milk.
What? You're always up to the weirdest combinations of coffee I've ever seen.
I am Midwest girly. I went to Wisconsin. We gotta have a real cow milk.
Okay, I love this. Are you ready for a little episode today?
Oh, tea. Let's do it.
I'm here with the coolest, the one and only Tipsy Kale.
Hey.
If you were sitting in front of Oprah right now and she said, I need you to introduce yourself in one sentence, what would you say?
My name's Haley Gorski. I'm an LA dietitian who helps women feel more empowered with their food and nutrition choices.
That's good.
Mic drop.
She also is probably one of the funniest nutrition coaches I've ever witnessed on social media. She has the type of stories that you can only find in close friends. You know what I mean? If you're in it, you're like so grateful to be part of it. You have that vibe too.
Thank you so
I love that
much.
about you, Haley. What is the boldest thing about you?
I let myself be multidimensional, and I'm a dietitian, and there's a very traditional career route, but I've explored many different avenues. I've done some clinical work, I've done public health, I worked on the brand side, agency side, and now I'm a multi-hyphenated dietitian, creator, coach, copywriter. I think that is what makes me bold, that I give myself that permission to have multiple aspects to me rather than just putting myself in one lane.
I find that so interesting because, especially in social media, everybody talks about you have to find your own niche. Do you believe in niches?
Don't believe in niches. I do believe in personal brands. Let's say you want to become the protein Costco girly, but there's probably a million other creators who are making Costco hauls and they have their protein hauls. So what's gonna differentiate your Costco high protein haul versus Brenda, blogger Brenda? It's your personal brand. It's the tone, it's the messaging, it's the video style you use, it's the way you talk to your community. And it's kind of like the why that drives you behind the video rather than just the concept. Niches also can pigeonhole you where you're kind of stuck to just talking about protein Costco hauls. But what if there's a brand that wants to work with you? They're only available on Target. What are you gonna do with that? You're locked into just doing Costco content and you haven't reached the target audience. But on the other end, if you build a personal brand where you have your unique tone, your messaging, someone will see your content and they're gonna resonate with you and they're gonna become a loyal follower and community member. And they're not just gonna wanna watch your Costco protein hauls. They're gonna wanna watch you vlogging along the Pacific Ocean for a beach day or going to West Hollywood and having a fun night out with the girls because they love your personal brand and they love your story and they love your why and they resonate with it.
I like that you mentioned story. Story really helps you differentiate how you provide your value, and it actually makes you very unique, like a one of one. You are a nutritionist, so I would imagine obviously you're giving value through your content, but what makes it so unique for you?
I really like to focus on the pain point. What I've seen the pain point be is not just, I don't know what a high protein snack is, but it's also nutrition feels so, it's challenging and conflicting. All the information you get is going against each other. One day bananas are healthy for you, next day they're bad for you. You know, carbs are essential for energy, the next day they're making you gain weight. So helping people feel equipped with the education so they can make those empowered decisions and also to understand and embrace the nuance of it. I was at Expo West and I was at the booth that I was working at and this woman comes up to me and she looks at me funny and her husband goes, wait, that's the dietitian who swears. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And she says that she saw my content. She's also a dietitian.
Okay.
And she loved my content because she's like, your voice is so funny and everything, but you also provide great recommendations. But it's because I think people resonate with the way I add levity to nutrition where it's not so black and white, but they can approach it from a better perspective. And if nutrition feels more approachable.
I love that. Do you think everyone should have a personal brand?
I think anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur or intrapreneur should have a personal brand. If you want to plateau with your career, I think you probably will not
So true.
do that. But if you want to innovate and grow, I think it's important to have that because even if you are going to stay within one company, you probably won't stay at the company for 30, 40, 50 years. You're probably going to move to another company. What helps you with that is to have a strong personal brand. And that can be from meeting people and through the way you work with people and your style and that kind of stuff. But whether you're working for a company or working on your own, I think it's really important to have that because that's kind of your anchor for getting to the next level and what you kind of use as leverage to continue to grow.
I want to go back to multidimensional because I find that super interesting.
There's this quote that I resonate with so much. It's your career is not a ladder, it's an obstacle course.
Oh.
It's all over the place. It's not going to be linear. It's going to be chaotic and it's going to be messy. But I always think it's got to get messy before it gets clean. And then it's going to get messy again. And you're going to reorganize for spring cleaning. And then you're going to have a great wardrobe on the other end. When I first started my career, I worked at this dietitian mentorship company and I was head of partnerships there. Then I worked agency side where we did like consulting for better for you brands. I think all the brands in air want, like that's really who we'd go after. Cool. And then one of those brands actually I like resonated with so much and I went a lot deeper with just one brand. So I think those different experiences helped me really understand how everything works synergistically. Working on the agency side, I understood the back and forth between brands and creators and some of the challenges with that and where the friction points were and where both parties were happy. So I was like, okay, this is us working well. And then when I went deeper with just one brand, I understood what are they looking for when they want to work with creators. They're looking for someone to support in-store pull-through. They're also looking for top-of-the-funnel brand awareness. They're looking for conversions through whitelisting. How can I, as now a dietitian content creator, work with brands and understand their strategy and their end goal, create a framework in my own content so brands see, oh, she's doing a Costco haul. She'd be great for a Costco campaign. Or, oh, she creates really great product breakdowns. She'd be great for whitelisting for our videos. And it's worked. Like one brand I did a review and they didn't even, it was for free. I just wanted to review the product. Yeah. And they reached out to me like, how can you whitelist this? What are your rates? And I'm like, all right.
Whoa. Actually, one of my first clients ever said to me, you're so smart for doing that because you're getting paid to learn. When you're trying to grow into more of an expert in something, don't be afraid to be multidimensional in the beginning too.
And everyone thinks right now that nutrition is binary. Either you're a party girl, you know, only eating, you know, drenching on like Taco Bell and fry or pizza or whatever, and you're drinking too much, or you have the perfect LA girly swirly twirly diet where you're having your matcha in the morning and your kale salad and your protein overnight oats. And people think it has to be one or the other, but I like to kind of show people how it can be both of those. And I think it's not just with your nutrition, it's also with your work. It makes you more interesting to work with and all. You don't have to be the perfect girl with the perfect schedule. And some days I'm clean girl aesthetic, some days I'm messy girl, but like, that's okay. You don't have to fit one identity. I think it's important to know that we can ebb and flow and literally ride the wave. See where things take you and not force it, because the more you force things, the less organic and authentic it feels.
What is that next barrier that you're trying to cross?
I've gotten so comfortable on camera doing my little selfie videos and recording all the stuff. And I actually had a moment where I was in a round table a few weeks ago in Nashville at a conference, and I was the social media dietitian there. Social media, I do coaching. And when we were going around kind of sharing our 2 cents on this topic, I found myself making myself a little bit smaller. And I was like, why am I so free and feel so like I could take up so much space on the internet, but when it comes to in-person interactions, I make myself smaller. So that was this epiphany moment for me where I was like, I cannot make myself smaller. I'm going to challenge myself to say yes to opportunities in person that scare me, not put myself just in the social media box because we're multidimensional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What belief needs to die for you to allow yourself to take up more space?
I think like the mantra, like you are worthy, like you are worthy of taking up space. You are worthy of being here. You earned it. And just saying like, fuck it to imposter syndrome. You've worked so freaking hard to get here. I also have future dietitians who reach out to me and they're like, you have my dream job. I'm like, I've done all the things and I completely forgot about the past 5 years of me building this career for myself. Why am I blocking myself? I need to get out of my own way. And thoughts are fleeting, they're not facts.
Okay, if I wanted to be multidimensional in my content, what are 3 things I should start doing today?
Number 1 is to create your tone, because you could have a more buttoned up dietitian. I'm not very buttoned up. I'm buttoned down. We're still keeping it professional, but it's that balance of professional meets like happy hour. And that's kind of what my tone comes across. I think one good question to ask yourself is what kind of person would be in that seat, and then emulate that in your tone. Second is consistency. What can you be consistent with? Reps over results. Put in the reps, or the results will eventually come, but you gotta learn, you gotta ideate. Third thing is identify what's blocking you. Fear that people from your high school are gonna be watching your content. If you can learn and identify your blind spots, the world's your freaking oyster, because you'll be able to overcome those barriers that a lot of other people won't be able to get beyond.
I gotta ask you because I'm in the presence of like the queen of nutrition. Like as you're being multidimensional in your life, how do you keep up with having a good, healthy like nutrition routine?
The biggest mistake I see anyone making when they're trying to improve their goals is going 0 to 100. Nutrition isn't binary, fitness isn't binary. You don't have to show up to the gym for 2 hours every single day to get results. It's a lot of unlearning those old ways of thinking that you think nutrition and fitness has to be and relearning new things.
Okay.
And what I would tell anyone is how can you be 1% better every day?
Yeah.
And the reason you want to focus on 1%, not 10% or 15% is because you want to build confidence. If you tell yourself, you know what, instead of having mac and cheese today, I'm gonna have mac and cheese and I'm gonna add some frozen broccoli from Trader Joe's, 1%, you're gonna build confidence because you kept the promise to it to yourself. Next time you're like, you know what, maybe I'll add some spinach to it. Or you know what, why don't I add some chicken on the side? And you're gonna build more balanced plates, but focusing on 1% and very light lift things to build more confidence and build more momentum, and that will kind of grow and compound over time. I think what a lot of us think about with nutrition and fitness is we have the deprivation mindset. Oh, I can't eat mac and cheese anymore, but focus more on what you can add to your plate, not detract from it. And when you focus on adding things, that just naturally displaces the indulgent items. My favorite hack whenever I go to a buffet, this is a perfect example. I fill my plate with produce first, and then I add my protein, and then I like almost accessorize with the more fun things.
I like that.
And that way it's an accessory, it's not the foundation. And that way you'll get the nutrients, you'll get the fiber, you'll get the protein for satiation and nourishment, but then you still get to have the fun stuff too. We want the best of both worlds. Let's have fun and let's crush it.
Exactly. It just breaks the barrier. It breaks the polish. You don't have to be polished, especially today. You want to write a perfect email? ChatGPT. You want to have the perfect script? ChatGPT. You want to show up perfectly? There are so many different studios, setups, makeup, this, that. You can show up perfectly. Right now, I think the most attractive thing is showing up you, because no AI of any type could ever replicate that. So if you want to be indestructible, if you don't want anyone to copy you, literally find what makes you unique, find what makes you multidimensional, and just lean into that.
ChatGPT can create a perfect Costco protein haul, but they can't create a personal brand, baby.
Mic drop. Haley, I appreciate you so much. I have one last question for you, and it is, do you have anything bold to say to anyone that's watching?
Take calculated risks and let yourself be multidimensional.
This is day 49 out of 100 bold. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. And remember, to act bold, you need to be
bold. Is that what I say?
You need to be.
Oh, multidimensional.
And remember, to act bold, you need to be
Can brave a guy.